We back. So let's get right into the video. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to another video. So today we're going to be talking about the Integra budget built parts list that we have. I am 90% done. Can you believe that, guys? I'm 90% done with the parts list. I'm still missing a couple miscellaneous stuff, but little by little I am acquiring and getting them to complete this task. I do have a lot of personal stuff going on, so it's halting the build and the progression on the build. But further ado, let's get right into the Integra budget built parts list that I have. On the CRV tables, we have what I have so far have acquired for the Integra budget build. Everything you see on the table has been either secondhand, budget. You can name it. It's the cheapest you can get. I'm sorry for the AG stealing some of the background, but don't never mind the EG. It's just parked there. But yeah, all this is budget, and I wanted to share with you guys because I am 90% done, guys. I'm 90% done. I'm almost there. Just missing miscellaneous stuff to complete the build and to move the EG onto this side and then put the Integra on this side to start actually working on it. It's going to be a task and it's going to take me a while, but I am all for it. Following the channel, obviously I was going to go K24, but I did a boo-boo, as you guys can see, and I ended up getting a block to fix my mess long term. But I was so upset. I had everything already set and go, and I was prepped. I was so pumped. I put the Type S oil pump. It has a 50 BTC in there. Everything was, I was ready to go, and then that struck right there. So I went to Plan B, which is a K20Z3, the 2008 out of a HN, Civic Si, and this is my standby motor that I have engine, and it's now taking its place and it's good to go. I do have to remove this knock into this snap right there, so I hope I don't get the same results as what happened on the other side where it broke, but you're gonna have to tap it and drill that out. But yeah, everything's pretty much set and go. I was gonna put a Type S oil pump on this, decided not to because I saw based off what my tuner told me, Josh Tune, he said, hey, you don't have to change it, just run what you have. You could, it's gonna rev decent enough and you don't need it. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep it. And all the miscellaneous stuff that I was talking about is pretty much the seals on the engine and stuff like that I have to get, because obviously it's gonna be more of a daily driving car, and I need to replace all these seals so it won't leak and it won't cost me a headache in the long run. To give you guys a time lapse, it's also dictating what's going on in my personal life, but roughly this build will take shape and start building. I will start building, I'll say sometime next year. Expect it to be in the process of starting, and I'll be documenting as much as possible for you guys on the Integra budget build for you guys. I call it budget build, but by all means it's not as budget as a lot of people will think. I mean, it's well under 10G because that's what that cost me, a little bit more, but I mean, you guys will see the price and how much I spend so far, and you guys will be the judge of that. Also, there's a lot of stuff that I already have, which I'm not counting, and the stuff that I got in bundles, which I literally got for free. So, but yeah, expect this build to be somewhat started and completed maybe next year. So I'm sorry for the delay, but that's where I'm ballparking it at, as in to be started and done. The headers here, we have K-Tune budget headers. By far it was a really cheap option that I got. I mean, I could have gotten cheaper, but we were talking about a couple bucks, nothing big difference. And I also went because of the flange. But yeah, I got this from AT Autosports directly from K-Tune Canada. So yeah, I will be putting the price in the picture here because I'm not going to be taking it off. Sorry guys, I'm just a little bit you can say lazy. We have our exhaust system. I got this from eBay as well. Price down, I'll put it here as well, and I'll be linking everything for you guys. I am working to see what I can do about a PDF for you guys, something downloadable, that way you guys can see parts list for a budget setup, and obviously for a all out not so much budget setup as well. I'm not too sure how to do it. If you guys have any inputs or know how to do it, let me know, so that way I can make a PDF for you guys, downloadable, that way you can just download the parts list and go to town. It is a 3-inch that we acquire, and I have to obviously visit a muffler shop, but I have to cut it as well to make it work, because this right here is actually meant for a B series chassis here for the Integra, but I'm going to be modding it like I did with the EG for the kswap. Here we have the transmission. I was going to go with that one, but digging into it, I found more issues that has to be addressed, so it's going to be put to the side. That's going to be a little project for me to work on. I'm not sure what's going to happen with that. Might be a backup for that one, or who knows, I might sell it. I don't even know yet. But yeah, back to the transmission. Here we have, it's a base RSX casing with Z3 guts inside, and it does have LSZs, you guys can see. I'm not sure because the shift selector does not have the lockout, so reverse lockout, so I'm not sure if it's a 6 or modest for a 6 or if it's a 5-speed, but he did tell me it's a 6-speed based off the guts inside. But yeah, I got this from Tech up in Kissimmee, and then I'll put the price up here for you guys. Obviously I was not expecting for this much, but I needed a transmission, and it's a long story. I actually ended up getting a base AP3 one, never showed up, never came, waited 2 months for it, and then he told me, hey, I got this one, if you want it you do have to pay a little bit more. Obviously I'm gonna have to refund your money. So I was like, okay, so I ended up getting this one just because I wanted to get it all over with, but not complaining. It was a little bit more, but I got LSD. We have the clutch, as you guys see in the previous video. I'm going to put a picture right here and how much it cost me. It is a clutch max, so I'm taking a huge risk on it. I heard good things about it, so we're going to see how it is, and we're going to roll with it. You guys can see we have the kswap conversion kit, AC kit for the non-Type R Civic, Integra LS. It's right in there. I'll put a picture and show you guys up here, and the price as well. Being that I am going to be running AC, because it's just going to have all the freaking accessories and all the good stuff, so it's going to have AC and power steering. Out the box, but I'll show you guys. I have a RSX. I believe this is a single or dual quart aluminum radiator, so it was super cheap. Got this off of eBay. I do have to plug the bottoms because it has these, so I do have to get some plugs to plug them. But yeah, I got these super affordable. Let's see how it works, if it doesn't leak, and hopefully it cools pretty good. Seeing the fan, that's one of the things that I'm still missing. I am going to go with a small fan. I'm not going to cheap out on it, even though they are expensive. I'm going to go with a little decent CSFM rating one, but I'm not going to cheap on it, and I will suggest you guys not to as well. I do have a backup 11-inch right there that I will be running for the AC. Hopefully it generates enough CSF fans for the AC. If not, we're going to have to upgrade once again to a bigger CSFM for the AC one. Tons of parts in here, so we're going to start out with the thermal. I got this off of eBay as well, so since I'm running a Z3, it's essentially the same identical head as a K24, so I ended up getting the extra, so you guys can see. Port right here. There's a thermal gasket. Boom. I have an RBC as well for this. I actually have two RBCs, one that came with this one, but that was additional cost, and then one that I bought off of eBay, which they were really dirty, but yep, nonetheless, this is a thermal. It will help with distribution of heat, so it won't transfer onto, well, it minimizes the transfer of heat onto the intake manifold from the coolant that's getting hot. But yeah, I got this. I'll put the price here somewhere for you guys. Got this on eBay as well. On this is a primary to O2 sensor from an RSX O2 to O4, so save myself some money on this. I actually had a spare one, so save myself on that. I'm not sure if I'll be needing the secondary one. We'll see, only time will tell. Great deal on this Blox TPS. I am running one on the EG and never had any issues. I've heard Acuity to be one of the best ones because it's vibration resistance, but I've heard a lot of people have issues, and I've never had issues with mine, so I decided to get it again. I got a good deal on it, and I'll put the price for you guys as well, and I got this from HP Autosport. My clutch line, case-up clutch lines, this is a super budget one. I'm not even sure if it's going to work, but that's what it said on the description, so let's just hope it works. I'm going to put the price up there, and then something else that I'm missing, I am missing the clutch master, so that's something else added to the list as well. Here we have the throttle body. This is a 72mm eBay throttle body. I'll show you guys up here a picture as well. Well, let me just take it off. It's just I don't want to unbox everything. It's just big old mess. But yeah, here's the hardware, and here's the throttle body as well for you guys. It is a 72mm. I don't know, I was thinking of probably getting a 70mm just because it has it's something for the emissions and stuff, so because I am trying to see if I can keep all that in the car. So this one doesn't have it, so I might have to downgrade to one of those, but in the meantime, you're gonna use this. I hope it doesn't give me any issues, and I'll put the price up here for you guys as well. You got one of my favorites purchase. It's you can say aftermarket RDX injectors. I got this off of eBay, of course, but this is the company's name, and I don't know, they look pretty good. I heard nothing but good about this company. Awesome reviews. If I can open this, but keep in mind I'm doing this one-handed too. But I heard nothing but good from this company. Awesome review. And I decided to go with them. But yeah, they come like this individually. They're just regular RDXs, and there's no point in me taking them out. But they do have ones that they calibrate themselves, or they, I guess you can say, custom. These are 410 cc's, just as factory, but they have all the way from 1,000 and so on. So if you guys are interested, and it was super affordable, and I'll put it up here for you guys as well. Yeah, the thermostat and the thermostat. You got the thermostat and the housing. So yeah, everything here is super budget. You guys, if you guys haven't seen the video, make sure you watch the video. This is by far one of my best upgrades that I've done. I have running it on the EG, no issues whatsoever. Decided to duplicate it as well. I'll put the price for this, and also quick little side note for you guys, you can actually get this motor rat one off of Rock Auto, super cheap. Obviously when you go check out, the shipping gets you, but I seen them for like $5-10 maybe less, and I actually got this for $15 on Amazon. You can also get it on your parts store too. But yeah, I think Rock Auto, I should have checked Rock Auto first and then see, but just double check before you check out. But it's you know, Rock Auto has them super cheap as well. Nothing, the swivel thermostat housing is nothing special. It's just a V1 K-tune copy. This is all black. Super affordable as well for you guys. So I skipped or didn't talk too much about the radiator, the rad hose. All right, so for this one, it's a bottom one. This is the part number. It's pretty much off an RSX. I'm not sure that you is the same. And then here we have a PDY. This is obviously cheap, as super cheap for the upper one. It kind of looks a little like really resembling hybrid racing one, but it's not. But yeah, it's super affordable. I'll put the price for you guys. My K Pro, I'm sorry, one of my subscribers, I forgot his name. If I find it, I'll put the comment here. I'm sorry, he did say that he wanted to see me put a flash one along with the immobilizer on the key. I did not go that route. I didn't go that cheap. I'm not too sure if you can tune it. I mean, it is flash, but I didn't go that route. I think that's the cheapest route you can go when it comes to ECU. I did spend a little bit more, and I wanted something a little bit better, so I got, this is a base RSX 0204 automatic ECU that I got off of eBay. Put the price up here, and then I ended up getting K Pro on it. Obviously K Pro is a little bit more expensive, but I got the K Pro on it. The K Pro before, because I wanted that. But yeah, there's another option that's, I believe, is a little bit more cheaper from what my subscriber and people have told me, but just decided to get this instead. In this box we have the conversion harness. I am taking a huge risk on this. It was super cheap, but it is the conversion harness that I have here. This is pretty much a K-tune knockoff. You can say like copy when it comes to the wiring, because it looks identical to it. Reason being that I went with this because it has for me to plug in for a secondary O2 sensor, just in case if I'm going to need it to read the efficiency of the catalyst, because I potentially will be running a catalyst on this one. So that's why I decided to go with this one. But let's see, I am taking a huge chance on it. It is a you can say a replica one. So let's see. Fuel pump. This is the much awaited one. It's my fault, and I'm sorry for you guys that are still subscribed. If you guys are not subscribed, I'm sorry. But I was originally going to be running this pump here, and I had it on the car. I primed, everything sounded really good, but I was having some issues with the injector, so I just thought it was this, but it turned out to be the pigtails on it. So I just saved it for a future build, and now is time. I'm going to be using it. Hopefully it still works. If not, I'll see about getting another one. They're not that expensive. It's super cheap. That's why it's so controversial. I think the pump's like maybe less than for about 40 bucks, but it's not the AEM. Sorry, I just decided to store it in here because it didn't have a proper box when I got it. But I'll show you guys the pump, and we're going to be using this, just forgot the name, I think it's called a Kenzo or something pump. Yeah, Kenzo right there. And I heard nothing but great from this pump. I think Sash one time was using it as well, and he said he never had issues with the pump. He even ran E85 on it. That's crazy. So I decided to risk it and see for myself. So we have a Kenzo here, and we're gonna see how it works. I mean, I know when I had it on the EG, it primed and it worked perfectly fine. I just decided to upgrade to an AM because I thought I was having a few issues, but it wasn't. But here we have it, and it's gonna be shining in the Integra. Hopefully it works. I'll document everything for you guys if you guys are interested as well. So we have our fuel lines here, and I'm probably going to need more fuel lines because I don't have all the fittings, but I do have plenty of hose here, but I might need more. So in the meantime, I have it right there. I did end up getting this and a super great deal, this banjo fitting here for the fuel. Essentially what I'm going to be using this because I'm going to be running the stock set of fuel. I'll probably just get a new fuel filter, but essentially it just goes up there, so that way you don't have to do anything, and it goes on top here while I make my line. So that's essentially why I decided to do this, because I'm going to be running the stock setup. Manual here, I got it off of eBay. Fuel rail, it's essentially the same as Hybrid Racing. It looks identical and it feels super great. It came with the fittings as well. These are -6 to -6, and yeah, table number 1 is done. A lot of stuff, but yeah, now let's move on to table 2. All right, so I do have an engine harness that I bought. It's a custom engine harness from Wireworks that I bought a long time ago for the EG, but it took a while, so I ended up getting a stock one for the EG and RSX Type S stock one. I do have one right here that I got from the junkyard as a bundle, so essentially I pretty much got it for free, because when I bought that transmission, the guy threw in a whole bunch of stuff for the price. So I got the shifter cables, which are right there, and then the shifter box, which is inside the car as well. Shifter plate, I got them from my boy Kalen. Thank you, Kalen. Great deal on it as well. Stuff that is not on the table for you guys. I wonder if I can see the RBC as well for you guys. See, boom, RBC right there as well. Have another RBC in the corner over there. So one of them is for the budget build Integra as well. This is a base RSX manual, so I'll probably see if I maybe run this just to keep it under my budget and show you guys that it's possible. Also, I did end up switching everything, all the injector plugs to RDXs. Hopefully they work, because there's some spare ones that I have laying around, because it did not have, all the injector clips were broken, so I just decided to throw RDXs. 6 I'm running RDXs anyways, and save myself some money instead of buying the jumper plugs. All right, so we have the axles here. On my right, we have the Insane shaft that you have here. This is an old one that I have, a spare one. It is a 32mm. I actually got this from Right Hand Drive Kev a long time ago. The driver's side, this is the passenger side. Driver's side ended up breaking in a little accident I had regarding getting in alignment. And then we have here the driver's side. This right here is an O'Reilly's one. As you guys can see, I've heard nothing but good from them, so decided to run it. This is pretty much off a base RSX, so it has the base RSX length. I know the kswap one is a little bit longer, because I've heard people have pops, but I heard nothing but great from the O'Reilly ones, and I've seen people that have no issues where they do not pop out. Because I've seen tons of people where they pop out, and I'm a little bit scared when it comes to that. So I hope it doesn't pop out. We'll see. If not, I'm going to have to cough off an extra $300, because that's usually what one single one costs. And I'll see. Or if you guys have any options or can refer me to something, let's see. But decided to take a chance on this. I did not spend anything on this one, and I'll show you price for this one as well. For cords, and I do have the bolts as well. They're not listed here. I actually got the bolts off of eBay, which I bought from Hush Performance, but I ended up getting this extra set when I bought the K20Z3. But this right here is from a Element. Forgot the year. I think it's 2007, 2008, but essentially it's the same part number as an RSX Type S. So got this one right here. Let's hope it doesn't fail, and it works perfectly fine, and I got a great deal on it. But put the price right here. I got this off of eBay. The engine mounts, these are essentially the same ones that Young Satis is running, everybody that I've seen. I have noticed that when it comes to the transmission one of the bolts that goes on to the corner of the transmission has a different thread or bolt pattern. Not, I won't say bolt pattern, thread pattern or thread size. And that's something that I know that I have to prepare myself to. I'm not sure if I'm going to be modifying it like they did, or seeing if I can get a bolt that fits in there with the correct thread. But yeah, essentially this is not the whole kit. Most of it's over there, as you guys can see. I just didn't want to bring the whole family, but essentially you got all the bolts here, all the hardware, and I did get them in the anodized black one instead of the chrome ones that you see everywhere. But yeah, I got a great price. Got this off of eBay, and here's the here we have the fuel pressure regulator. This is the cheapest you can get. I seen Young Satis run this with no issues, so I decided to get it as well. You got the gauge, all the fittings that I might need, and then obviously the fuel pressure regulator. Something that I did not notice, because in the description it says that it will bring the hoses. I'm like, where are the hoses? And I was, I was looking, and I actually found them just now. And I've had this for a couple months now, and they're right there. So fell on my part, but Here we got the hoses. I'm gonna have to fix all this up so that way the box closes a little bit better. But yeah, here we got the hoses as well, so it comes with this. I actually got this off of eBay, great price, so I'm gonna put it up here for you guys as well. Not least, we have the cooler intake. That's a budget core intake that I have right there, you guys. Make sure you check out the video. I'm gonna put a picture up here and the price, but yeah, nothing special. I am looking at maybe getting a V-stack. My good friend Ben Godfrey, he did suggest to me to get a V-stack, so I am looking into that, so that way I can help, you know, my air density and performance when it comes to the car. But you know, we're not looking for power, we're just looking for reliability, and I'm not really too worried. But yeah, the V-stack system is nice, so that's something that I'm going to be looking into. Do not have at the table, but I do have in here, obviously I am running a high pressure line for the power steering, since I am using a Type S power steering pump. That's what's required when you're doing that. I'm not getting the kit because I noticed that you can run a couple 3/8 or 5/8 hoses, but I will be getting a cooler for it to help it and make it work. So the kit's optional when it comes to that, and you guys will see as well when I'm putting it all together. Okay, for the AC, you do need a kit unless you can make your own custom lines, or you can finesse the Type S lines, which will be really hard. But I'm pretty sure there's people out there that have done it. But you know, the kit is something that you're going to need. Is going to make it a lot easier, 10 times easier for you to mount your AC. It is recommended on High Vibrations website that you run the correct compressor, which I do have. The compressor that came with the Z3 is questionable. I'm going to have to double check everything. If not, that's something I'm going to have to source. But it looks identical to a Type S one, so I'll cross that bridge when I get there, because I still haven't tackled that. But I do have the compressor for it. Obviously going to need all the oil and stuff like that correctly in it, because it did drip out. But I do have the kit for it, and I'm going to have to replace a lot of the stuff that I got, because a lot of stuff that's on the car you're going to have to reuse it. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be replacing, but I am for sure replacing the condenser, and then also the desiccant dryer as well, and along with the thermal expansion valve that goes on the evaporator. I'm not adding on to it because it's going to be a separate expense, and I'm not adding it onto it. I will be making a video completely on how to convert it to manual from auto, because it's going from auto to manual but kswap. But I do have the reservoirs. You guys can see reservoirs already there. I am missing a clutch master cylinder. I do have the pedals. I do have the clutch pedal. So all that has to get installed. And then also there's a lot of stuff that you have to do with the plug that goes on to the automatic shifter. So yeah, but I'll be showing you guys that. I'll be making a detailed video regarding that, because I've seen a couple detailed videos, but it took me a while to learn it, and there's forums out there as well. But yeah, I think I have it, and I'll be connecting that and showing you guys. So yeah, stay tuned for that one as well. Everybody, that's pretty much going to conclude the parts list that I have for the Integra K-swap update K-swap parts. I am about 90% done, so we're almost there. You know, I'm hoping to break ground sometime next year, because I am waiting for this car's registration to expire so I can register this one. I cannot handle 3 cars at the same time. I'm only going to do 2. But this one I'm hoping to use a lot more. And, you know, I don't really use the ED too much, and it sucks. But I'm going to be using this a lot more. That's why I am prepping the way I am. But yeah, concluding this, I'm hoping to break ground. There's a lot of stuff that I am currently missing, miscellaneous stuff that we will get done and we will be getting. I do have to upgrade all the brakes and all the stuff on this car. They're gone. Whoever had the car did not. They neglected everything. So it's another on my list. You know, something to note and to, you know, don't do. I did take 2 tacks at the same time. I ended up converting the whole thing to black, and then at the same time doing the swap, and that's 2 budgets right there that I could have just focused on one. And this right here has cost me money as well, and then this right here has cost me more money as well. So it sucks, you know. I should have just focused on one thing at a time, but it's fine. I just hated the tan, and I just couldn't stand seeing it, and to this day, you know, I look at it and it still kind of bothers me. But yeah, slowly we're converting everything. The video, I'm gonna leave it at here. I just wanted to update it for you guys. But yeah, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Stay tuned for more Integra budget content. Once I start getting everything, I'll notify you guys. But yeah, just keep in mind, I am 90% done with all the parts list, and I have not broken the bank. I mean, I broke the bank obviously, but it's compared to other swaps, it's really cheap, and you guys will see right now. Look, That's the total that I'm at right now. It's very instant. Keep in mind a lot of stuff I already had, and some of the stuff I got it for really cheap or as a bundle, so I literally got it for free. But yeah, if I'm doing it, you guys can do it as well. And I want to see, maybe you guys can do it way more cheaper. But yeah, I'm not going to take much of you guys' time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bless you guys. See you guys.